Ultimately, I had to settle for yuppie rabbit food, which I'm not too particularly fond of. I prefer to eat something that will keep me satisfied in the short term, but leave me with long-term regret and literal heartache in the long term, served with an extra side of cholesterol and hospitalization. But point I'm making is that in that video you saw the sign that said open from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. This is at the Wendy's on McKnight Road. I have the address plastered on the screen. I also have the number plastered on the screen as well. It's not the first time this has happened, but from what I understand, my YouTube viewings and my TikTok viewings, as well as my consumption of other social media, this seems to be a national epidemic. I like to think of it as 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. E and S time, entitlement and sloth time. A uniquely American experience in the 21st century. I would like to also addendum to what I just said. When I use those words, sloth and entitlement, I'm more or less critiquing and, bitching at the corporateers who run these big franchises, these big chains, who don't pay their workers a respectable wage, and so it's directly reflective of their work ethic. So, which, if you're not incentivized to work hard as someone who otherwise needs that job, not because they want to work there, but because they have to work there, and not because they're young and just entering the workforce. Those days are over. We now live in desperate economic times. That part I get, but if you're not paying them a living, decent wage, then what incentive is there for them to put forth a living, decent effort, for lack of a better word? It's just irritating, to say the least. But because this has happened so often, and because I hear this happening all across the country, all across Uncle Sam's backyard, I'm just, call me a narcissist, call me self-absorbed for posting it on here. But I'm 42 years old, and up until this past year, I haven't been all that media savvy either. As the saying goes, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I find myself resorting to measures that I thought I would never resort to as recently as 18 months ago. So there we go. I'm rambling now, so I'll leave you here. Take care.